Alright, let's kind of finish my Clone Wars and Rebels reviews. Mostly close out my Rebels. I have one more season, and that's season 4 of Rebels, and it's only 14 episodes. I mentioned that in my season 2 review of Rebels, which I really didn't talk about season 2 itself. I felt like before the time skip, the show should not have gone on to time skip without an extra season. And actually, after watching the season, I do not agree with this. I think there is a problem with this season, and when this season does a time skip. Which, time skips are great. Dragon Ball, from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball, is an effective time skip. It's a time skip that actually works really, really freaking well. And because it sets up the darker tone that's going to happen from here on out. Naruto does that pretty bad, but there's good examples of it, right? That's the problem I'm having here, is because, they set up in the first 2 episodes of this show that it's going to all be a darker tone, but it remains about the same tone throughout the entire season of seasons 1 and 2, with some of those hints of darker elements, hints of darker stories, blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of Rebels now. I'm bored of the show because it's like I'm being teased. They're giving me Thrawn. It's like, cool, I like Thrawn, but let me tell you about Thrawn. He's a cool character, but he's not supposed to be in a kid's show, because I'm sorry, this show is flat out a kid's show. It is not like Clone Wars, where it's trying to be a show for everyone. It's a freaking stupid show with some cool elements, good scenes. I'm enjoying the series still, kind of. I'm just a little frustrated because some of the story elements are not handled that well. The thing is about Clone Wars, why it was such a good show, is it was a character-driven show, but it also was an episodic show. You had arcs and little fun stories that they could tell. And yeah, there weren't that great of arcs. Sometimes the arcs weren't that great, and there were parts, or there were arcs that were really good, except they had like one little stinker in a part of that arc. But you didn't have to watch every single episode. Rebels, you almost do have to watch every single episode, and it's trying to be a character-driven show. But like every single time it tries to do that, give me episodes about Hera's character, this character. It pretends to develop the characters. It doesn't actually develop them. It took till this season to actually get some freaking development and actually show stuff about Sabine as a character. They kept telling us stuff about Sabine. They don't even show us half the time. And it's like boring. I'm tired of hearing about it. Now it got interesting. Now it's all, what's this? What's that? I'm excited now. But, then they decide, we're just going to have Sabine leave. Which is, that whole storyline on Mandalore should have had way more build-up, way more discussion about it. We should have had at least 4 or 5 episodes leading up to that. Instead of all these crappy filler episodes that they wrote for no reason. And the season finale is just whatever. I'm not into the show. It's the same story every single season. There isn't really an antagonistic threat. Say what you will about Clone Wars. Yeah, there was an antagonistic threat throughout the entire series. But you still know, in this episode, General Grievous could kill somebody. This episode, this guy could kill somebody. There was always a different threat. This show is not episodic. It has a story. So it needs one main antagonist throughout the entire series, like this series. Avatar. We know the Fire Lord and the Fire Nation are all bad dudes. Okay? We know to fear them. That's good writing. Okay? We know that you have a threat. We know to fear them. End of story, right? Simple as that. I don't understand why the creators chose the choices that they did, but they did it, and I can't stop them from doing it. It's their show, but it's not good stories. It's not good writing. I'm tired of Chomper having episodes of his own. Just stories about the droids are not interesting. You know why Droid Tales was a good series? It's because R2-D2 and C-3PO are actual characters, unlike your stupid droids. And they actually have one that can speak and is a memorable character and has a good voice, and just there's so much wrong with this show right now, and we're not till the end yet. And Darth Maul, it was had a horrible pacing too. Like, Darth Maul had like 2 episodes that he was in, then he died, but it wasn't like these episodes were in a row. It was like 1 episode was here, then 10 episodes later we'll talk about Darth Maul again, then 10 episodes later we'll show his death. It's like, what? And same thing with Sabine's arc in the season. It's like, what the heck? Show us this. Like, why are you showing this all out of order? Again, Clone Wars could do that because it was an episodic show. This is a story-driven show. You need to flesh out these things. You need to have good pacing. You need to do all this stuff, but you're not. So frustrating, because I could see where the show could actually be a great, if not at least a good show, but right now it's just okay. There's parts of the show that really stink, and I'm tired of it. Seasons 1 and 2 were like, Clone Wars seasons 1 and 2 weren't very good, but you at least saw potential. You see where they could go. That's what this show should do, is make it better as the show goes along, but it's actually getting worse. Season 1, I actually still think is the best season after watching the series, because season 2 has some good stuff, but since there's more episodes, it means there's a lot more filler, which I didn't even realize until I was actually going through the episode listings the other day of season 2, and it's like,